You're listening to On Fire Concerts Artist Interview Series with your host, Ron Johnson.
Hey folks, it's Ron with On Fire Concerts. This is our March Artist Interview of the Month series. Today we feature MC1 Nashville Sony recording artist Macy Tabor. And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We've been looking forward to this interview. We've got a number of things in common. You're from Manchester, Tennessee.
That's right.
Were you born and raised there?
Yes, sir.
See, I'm an implant, but been there a few years though. I have read on your website to tell the folks a little bit about your history. I've read you started singing at age 4.
Yes, sir. And my first ever performance was in Los Angeles, California.
In Los Angeles.
Yes. It was actually what they used to call iPop back in the day. I did acting, singing, and modeling classes here in Nashville, around Franklin. But it was a competition, and I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow and Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
And how old were you?
I was 4 years old.
4-year-old, already performing in Los Angeles.
That's right.
But then, jump forward. You've won the Lynchburg singer-songwriter competition, and you won Miss Teenage Lynchburg.
Yes, Miss Lynchburg Outstanding Teen. Yeah.
That's right. So what gave you your influence early on to want to begin the music business, singer-songwriter?
So, like I said, my mom put me and my brother in singing, modeling, and acting classes whenever I was 4. And, it was more, that school was more focused on acting. And I kind of was like, I liked acting, but it didn't feel like it was for me.
Right.
I can act, but it just wasn't me, and I wanted to find my own thing. And so they offered singing lessons. It was optional, and so I decided to take it. And the first lesson that I had, she said I could sing the highest of all of the students that she, had seen. And so that kind of gave me the motivation. And so when I was about 9 years old, this is when I really started taking it seriously and playing out places.
And you started writing, you write your own songs as well.
Yes, I started writing songs. I started learning guitar and writing songs about the same time. I was about 12, 13.
Okay. And so probably got the years wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. You've won 4 Josie Music Awards?
Yes, actually, I think you're right. I won Young Adult Rising Star was my first ever Josie Music Award. Then I won Young Adult Artist of the Year, Holiday Song of the Year, which that was my first adult category.
Right.
And then I just won Country Vocalist of the Year.
Entertainer. And I thought, I was at the Josies this year again. So,
Hey, you won an award too, didn't you?
I'm just glad to be there. Josie and Tina Marie are amazing people. And what they do for independent artists
Yeah, it's
is
amazing.
amazing. And this is coming up, just throw Josie and them a plug. It's their 10th anniversary coming up this year, so it's going to be big.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am too. And a shout out to Josie, and we hope you're getting over your injury and rehab's going well. So where do you perform at a lot now, in Nashville area?
Yeah, so I sing almost every day on Broadway. The only day I don't sing is usually Tuesdays. So I sing at Margaritaville, Tootsie's, Rippy's, Honky Tonk Central, and Kid Rock's.
Oh, and your new single, by the way, I just love.
Thank you.
The Match Made in Hell.
A Match Made in Hell, yes.
I love that song, and the video is good. But that's on MC1 Records, Sony, Nashville
Yes,
Sony, I think they call it. and we're just, it's just, this is what, your third single
This is,
on MC1?
yes, it's my third on MC1, yes.
And did you write A Match Made in Hell?
I did with my friend Landon Wall and his dad Ken Wall.
Oh, okay. Folks, go out there and check it out. You'll be glad you did. So we're going to talk about something coming up on April the 20th in Manchester,
Yes.
in our hometown, at the Manchester Coffee County Conference Center. Macy will be opening for country legend Gene Watson, and I thought, who can I get to open this? And then heard some of your stuff, and like I said, we were talking about some people earlier, and we got a mutual friend, Lee Gibson.
Yes.
And we were talking, I said, well, let me check her out, and you would be a perfect fit. So, and you were gracious enough to say you'd be glad to do
Hey,
it.
well, thank you so much for asking me to do it. I'm so excited, especially to have, something like that happen in Manchester.
Manchester is I do a lot of shows all over, everywhere, from here to Georgia, but Manchester, we've done a few there at the conference center, and I'm starting to do more there. And I mean, it's close to home, and it's a great little venue out there. The conference center is big, but it's a great place to have concerts, and for the folks of Manchester. So
I don't even think I've ever been to a concert at the conference center, but I'm excited to be a part of it.
they've had some. We had Rhonda Vincent,
Oh yeah.
William Lee Golden, and the Goldens, and different ones out there. But we're looking forward to it. And
Well, I'm excited for it.
so if you tell the folks where they can find you online. And
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook at Macy Tabor, MacyTabor. You can also find me on my website, macytabor.com, and all my music on all streaming music platforms, Spotify, Apple Music. Like he said, you can find my new single, A Match Made in Hell.
that, and folks, like I said, that and what was your first single was what, Tore Up?
Tore Up with MC1, yeah.
Yeah, with MC1. Some great stuff. And if you go out there, you'll be sure, I know you'll go out there and buy the CDs and the singles because they're good. And we are looking forward to April the 20th.
I'm looking forward to it too.
And one other thing I wanted to ask you about, to tell the folks that you do that some folks may not be familiar with, but I read it and I am a little bit familiar with it, but Notes for Notes, you're an advocate for that?
Yeah, so I'm a ambassador for that. They've given me many opportunities. I got to, in the past, I've gotten to, like Bonnaroo a few years ago. Sorry. A few years ago, I got to be backstage at Bonnaroo, and they had like a whole studio set up, and we got to meet some of the artists that were coming back there, and we got to meet so many people, and we got to write a song for one of the artists actually, and they got to record it in the studio. But what the main thing about Notes for Notes is they give people in Boys and Girls Clubs opportunity to make music and just open up the music community to them.
And I read that, and I had somebody that was involved in that a few years ago was telling me about it, and it's just when you get the younger people involved in music, that's a great thing.
Yes.
And of course, I tell people, I'm basically an old traditional guy, as you probably learned, country-wise, but I listen to all of it, and to get a young person involved in music is a great thing, and music can do things that I've learned over the years. Music is a medicine of its own.
That's true.
And
They also, Kane Brown was also a part of Notes for Notes at one point, and he came in and listened to one of my singles before it got released, and he got to talk to some of us along with Landon, who wrote the song with me, and that was a great experience. So I'm just grateful that I got to be a part of that.
And they're glad to have you as part of it, because I mean, you're young, you can relate to the younger people, and it's just a great thing. I wanted to get that let people know that you are involved in that, and that is a tremendous
Well,
thing.
thank you.
So what do you have coming up next?
Well, coming up, well, like you said, April 20th. I mean, anybody can find me anywhere every week on Broadway, but I am working on some new music. That's always in the works. But yeah, you can find me on Wednesday. You can find me at Tootsie's 2 to 6. But I'm just trying to write some more songs, get some more music out.
And you know, folks, if you check our website, whoever created your website did a great job.
Oh, thank you. It's John Matthews.
They did a great job on it, and it's a great website. Check it out, MacyTabor.com.
That's right.
Find her on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Of course, what would we do without Facebook?
I don't know.
And Twitter. Are you on Twitter?
I do have Twitter. I think that's Tabor Macy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But folks, check her out. You'll be glad you did. Come join us on April the 20th in Manchester at the Coffee County Conference Center for Macy Tabor and Gene Watson. You can go to onfireconcerts.com and get tickets for that. There's still just, I think there's like less than 50 tickets, 60 tickets left.
Hey.
And so you better go on out there and get them now. And we look forward to it. And Macy, thank you again for being a part of this today. This has been fun. And folks, MacyTabor.com, check her out. And until next time, we'll see you then.